Hello everyone, my name is the Lego Kid 2003, and today we're playing Genshin Impact. Woo. New update, 5.7's here. Yesterday we did a little bit of catching up. We did the 5.6 interlude Archon quest, where we went back to Mondstadt, solved a couple of crises there. Now we're just continuing the sorry, I was eating sushi earlier while playing D&D. That's kind of why I was late. I'm really sorry. But in today's episode, we are going to be doing the 5.7 Archon quest, where we're highest chance going to be seeing Dainsleif again, because that is kind of the trend. Typically in .6 or .7 versions, we have a Dainsleif quest where we see everyone's favorites, blonde Conrian once again. He exposition dumps on us for about an hour or two, and then dips. As described yesterday, I will be using my Skirk team today, which I did do a little bit of testing. It is pretty good. It is pretty good in my opinion. I'm not the best at team building, just to have you guys know, but I think I did okay. Anyways, I'm gonna stop yapping, because I am late by a considerable amount. If we could screen switch there. There we are. We're good, we're great, we're grand, we're fine. I am dearly hoping that the stream is stable. This stream froze. Holy cow, we are dealing with lag. Oh my goshness, okay there. Lag test? Alright, we're fine. We're fine. There's, here she is. Anyways, the key that unlocks fate, there it is. Okay. We have to go here. But yeah, again, I'm really sorry that I'm like late by like almost 20 minutes. We had a D&D session today that ran a tiny bit longer than we initially wanted / expected. So, yeah, I am...
All things come to an end. Even time itself.
So, and we were in the middle of combat, like, very heavy combat, so I'm still kind of coming down from the adrenaline rush. So you guys will hear me breathing a little heavy, today. For a little bit.
Oh,
So,
fancy that.
Don't worry,
I didn't expect
I'm
to run
fine.
into you here.
I'm just very out of breath, because adrenaline does that. It's not fun.
Oh hey, Kochi-san. What are you
Whoa!
doing here all by yourself?
Oh, the difference in VAs is night and day. Holy moly.
Just so you know, Paimon didn't come here to train. Paimon's not looking to sign up for any diet plan or bodybuilding class right now.
Just drop a phone.
Got it. But seriously, what do you take me for? Some coach from hell? I'd never force a student into something they didn't want to do.
Also, yay, VAs are returning.
Being said, a little aerobic exercise would probably do you some good. You could take over my patrol for a while. That would count.
Rather than training, that sounds more like helping you out.
All jokes aside, you're right. I'm looking for some help. The Collective of Plenty is holding a bodybuilding competition soon.
And so many people have been busy squeezing in their last-minute workouts that we've run out of staff for patrols.
Oh, so you've stepped in to cover their work. But don't you have a last-minute workout to do too?
I'm good. For one thing, I believe peak conditioning can only be achieved through consistent training over a long time span. Cramming in a workout at the last minute does next to nothing for you. But more pertinently, well, as you can probably imagine, I'm not able to compete in any of the most popular weight classes, and there's no real competition in my own weight class.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh no! Don't look at Paimon like that. We are not the same weight class, and no way is Paimon competing against you. Traveler,
Yeah.
let's just help with the patrol, alright? Otherwise, Yan-san's gonna make Paimon enter a bodybuilding competition!
I might have you do that anyway.
Perfect. I managed to get you on board with just one look.
Alright, Coach.
Thank you both.
Well, I'll help
It
you
should
out.
be pretty routine. Just keep your eyes peeled and make sure nothing strange is going on in the area. That'll free me up to check the other section. Let's meet back at the settlement when we're both done.
Sure thing. Just leave it to us. We're experts at strolling and patrolling, don't you worry.
Yeah. Really quickly before I officially use the Skirk team, though, because seeing Hydro Traveler and Natlin is gonna bother me all episode if I don't fix it now. Let's really quickly switch to my Xiao team. Switch the Traveler. Guess I have to go all the way over there. That's fine. Okay, so go here. Resonate with Pyro. There we go. Now we should be Pyro in the cutscenes. Now I can switch to my Skirk team for the rest of the episode. Peacefully. There. Control the area near the collective of plenty. Guess I have to go up there-ish. Okay. Okay, let's dearly hope that both this climb and this quest won't take too long. For entirely separate reasons. Okay, there. Look for the objective in the area.
What's this? Was there always a cave here?
I'm not
We should
sure.
Take a look, right?
Yeah, let's take a quick little look-see.
Hey, there's a hilichurl here. Is it sleeping? Doesn't look
Okay.
very hostile. Why is it hiding away here? Ah! You woke it up! Huh? It ran away. Guess our reputation in Natland is more fearsome than we thought. Even hilichurls don't want to mess with us now.
There's something on the ground.
You mean that shiny thing? Huh. Must have dropped it as it ran off.
What is that?
Paimon bets that Hilichurl thought it was a priceless treasure. It was probably planning to hide it here for safekeeping. Until we showed up.
Seems
Paimon,
like
take a
it.
look.
Looks weird,
Hilichurls
though.
aren't the brightest, so they might not be worth much, but still. What is it? You look so serious all of a sudden. Isn't this just a regular old key? The style is unusual, though. Doesn't look Natlanese. Where do you think it's from?
I have no idea. What? This is the key to the hibernation chamber on the spaceship.
What do you
What?
mean? What hibernation chamber? What spaceship? Wait, you mean the spaceship? The one that brought you to Tibet?
Pardon? We're getting Traveler Lore tonight? Oh gosh.
So, how
That's
did
the
that key
one.
show up here? Are you sure you didn't just drop it?
No, I still have mine. I've always made sure to keep it safe and sound.
Whoa! Yeah, these look identical. So, if one of them's yours, does that mean the other one is...
There are only two of these. One belongs to me, and the other to my sister.
Knew it! Huh, the keys to a spaceship! Huh, somehow that really rams home the fact that you really are an actual alien. Wait, no, descender. But anyway, now we know where it came from. The question is, how did it get here? The simplest explanation is that your sister lost her key somewhere not far from here. Then that Hilichurl found it and ducked into the nearest cave to hide it. If that's true, it means your sister was here recently.
And by extension, the Abyss Order was probably here as well.
Yeah. Man, this is so crazy. We only agreed to help with the Ansan's patrol on a whim. And now we've made this bombshell discovery and found a huge lead on your sister. Should we keep following this trail while it's hot? Or do you think we should check back in with the Ansan?
Ah, there you are. Looks like you went the extra mile today. Thanks for being so diligent.
Oh, hey, Ian-san, what's up? Didn't think we'd see you again till we headed back to the settlement. We were actually just about to go meet up with you. We've made a huge discovery today.
I came here to let you know that you don't need to keep patrolling anymore. The bodybuilding competition has just been cancelled, so the usual squad will be resuming their normal duties. They'll be here to take over shortly.
Okay.
Wait, cancel? Why? What happened?
The Abyss Order attacked.
Ah, shoot.
Huh?
Didn't expect our suspicions to be confirmed so quickly. Sounds like Lumina's on the move again. I'll find a way to speak with her in person this time. I have to.
I've heard of the Abyss Order, but this is the first time I've known them to take organized action on such a large scale. It's like they're preparing to go to war against our entire nation.
Oh, not again.
One little sect versus the entire nation of war? How are they expecting to pull that off?
I don't know, but considering how the last war went with the Abyss, I don't want an encore performance.
They usually prefer to act in the shadows. So, what's different about it this time? What could they be after?
I don't know.
No clue. All we know is that they've attacked our tribe, but that doesn't tell us much.
Yeah.
Our defenses are holding strong so far, so I'm gonna head to the Stadium of the Sacred Flame and see what Mawika knows. If there's any information out there, she's the one people report to. Oh,
Good
you want
call.
to come with me? I'm sure everyone will feel better knowing that the hero of Natlan is on the case.
Well, I am keen to find out more about the situation, and I can provide some information on the Abyss Order.
Great. Then let's head over together.
Chapter 5, Act 6. A Space and Time for You. Alright, Speaker's Chamber time. Okay. This... We just started the quest and already it went from 0 to hero lore-wise. Goodness.
Malika!
Oh? Ah, great timing, Yeon-san. I was just about to send someone for you. And it's good to see the travelers with you.
Yep.
How are things looking? What's the latest word from the messengers?
Yeah, come on.
The Abyss Order has been spotted near several tribes at the same time. Clearly, this is a coordinated strike. Also, their numbers are much higher than expected. Their organization appears to have grown considerably, but because they're usually so secretive, this is the first we're learning of it.
It sounds like they're throwing everything they have at us. What are they trying to achieve?
That's what I'd like to know as well. Historically, Natlan has not been a hotbed of Abyss Order activity, and we have no particular quarrel with them.
Could it be revenge, perhaps? Would they want to get back at us for a recent victory over the Abyss?
Maybe?
Seems unlikely, but then again, Paimon wouldn't put anything past the Abyss Order.
It's too early to say anything definite. For the time being, we should continue monitoring the situation.
How are the battles going? Not too many casualties, hopefully?
Well, even if they're committing all their forces to the fight, they're in for a tough time. Our brave warriors have just emerged victorious from an all-out fight against the Abyss itself.
Yep.
Yeah.
We have a whole nation's worth of seasoned veterans fighting for us.
Yeah, that
Compared
is
to the
fair.
true Abyss, the Abyss Order poses a far smaller threat. They cannot endlessly replenish their forces, for starters. However, this is
True.
still a war, so we must give it our all and do our utmost to minimize casualties.
Got
The
it.
tribes are organizing their defenses as we speak. Traveler, this is one war that Natlan can handle on its own. If you wish to stay out of it, you'll be safe here at the stadium with me.
No, this one's personal for
Oh.
me.
In what way?
Because our sister's involved. The current leader... Ow, ow, ow. The current leader of the Abyss Order is my sister.
Yep,
Excuse me.
that's how it is.
Yeah.
I see. My goodness, that is very personal indeed. If you don't mind me asking, do you have any idea what her goal could be?
That's what I want to know as
Safe
well.
to say, they're not exactly on the best terms at the moment.
Yeah.
Ever since Paimon met the Traveler, he's been trying to track his sister down and get some answers. But she's been avoiding him.
I see. So you two have fallen out. Huh. A pretty common occurrence between siblings.
Well, yeah, that may be. But the stakes are a little higher where these two are involved.
Yeah, a
They
bit.
certainly are. Although somehow it doesn't surprise me that a spat between the Traveler and Twin could affect the fate of the entire world. Just so I'm clear, you're still on Natlan's side, and you have no idea what your sibling is after. Is that right?
Pretty much. I might even hate the Abyss Order more than you do.
Well, that's a relief. When you first mentioned your sibling, I was worried we were about to be thrust into an impossible position. Our reports say that the Abyss Order has focused most of their efforts against the Masters of the Nightwind.
So we'll head
If you
there
don't
first
plan
and
on
go from
staying
there.
here with me, I'd recommend going there to lend them a hand.
Sounds
I'll
great.
join you. Right now, the Collective of Plenty isn't facing a serious threat, so we should support the other tribes.
Got it.
Many thanks, you two. Anything you need, send word to me right away.
Oh, sorry. Alright. Let's head on over. Make sure the stream is still somewhat stable. Thank the good Lord that it is. But yes, Skirk is typically best with freeze comps. So having a bunch of Hydro and Cryo characters on on the team does you some good.
Look, it's Ilali.
Oh, hello.
Huh. I wasn't expecting to see you here. Are you here to reinforce us?
Yep.
How are things looking? Nawika told us to come here.
Oh, the situation must be pretty dire if it's managed to get Lolly out of the house.
Mm-hmm.
Dire? No, I wouldn't go that far. It's mostly just irritating. I heard we're being hit the hardest out of all the tribes. What are they trying to imply? They just think we're pushovers or something?
Mm-hmm. Excuse me.
The more I thought about it, the angrier I got. I couldn't exactly concentrate on my novel after that, so... well, here I am.
So, that's how they earned the ire of Granny Eatsley, huh?
They call themselves the Abyss Order, yes? Ugh, so tasteless. It's exactly the kind of two-dimensional name a clueless writer picks because they don't trust the rest of their writing to persuade the reader of who the real villains are.
Yeah.
Hey, she's saying your sister has poor taste.
I'm just glad I'm not the only one who thinks that. If I were her, I'd have changed that name long ago.
Wait, what? Are you saying his sister is a member of the Abyss Order? I only said
Bit of
that
a long
because I
story.
was mad. But maybe I went too far.
No, you're good. We're not even on good terms.
Hey, let's save the chat for later. We've got some enemies incoming.
Good. A much-needed chance to vent my frustration. And not a moment too soon. Things were getting awkward there. Luckily, I'll never have to find out just how badly the rest of that conversation was gonna go.
Yep.
You didn't have to say that last part out loud, Sweet Lolly. Anyway, let's get him!
Let's do it. No, I'm not using Sea Lolly.
Say cheese! Arcade exclusive!
Oof.
Show her your trick!
Mine to wield.
Let the world come alive!
And boom.
Phew.
That wasn't too bad.
Much better. That's more like it.
Ooh, impressive work, Granny Eatsley. If I'd known you were on the case already, I might have reconsidered whether your tribe really needed reinforcements.
If anyone should be reconsidering, it's the Abyss Order. They picked the wrong target this time.
Experience says that if we head in the
Excuse me?
direction they were attacking from, we should find their stronghold. Why don't we press our advantage and destroy their base? They won't know it hit them.
Hey, was there a battle here just now? Need any help?
The
Now we're all good.
Masters of the Nightwind are here!
Yeah. But yeah, we're
The battle
we're all
against
good.
the Abyss is still fresh on our minds, so everyone's used to working together. Well, morale's high and everyone's here. Let's go take down that stronghold.
Yeah. Let's do it. All right. Really?
Hold that pose.
Okay.
Rain cutter.
Okay. Let's keep going. Healing is a wonderful idea. Dark light candlesticks created by believers in the abyss and chaos will constantly absorb elemental energy and convert it to void wards. Destroy them as quickly as possible to retrieve the converted elemental energy.
What is that thing? It's like it's draining the strength right from my body. Find a way to destroy it.
Mine to wield.
The Abyss Order's resistance is faltering. Now's our chance.
The
Ah, shoot!
fade to black.
Okay, I'm healing. Vondo Life is not doing me a single favor today. Revival food, bam. You know what, no, I'm gonna keep that 13 there. Okay, we're good. Okay, there we go.
Smile.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Say cheese.
Rain outlines your fate. Let me weave you a verse.
Shower me with grit. Big warriors, attack! After them! Breaking news! Time to shine!
No, my soul.
Am I
Oh my, jeez.
Weak.
Okay, that did not take long to destroy that. That did not. Jeez.
Eat Lolling, eat Papa, get him! Fulfill our pact!
And again.
The fog here. Time to show you what happens when you mess with the Masters of the Nightwind.
All who resist the abyss will pay a price.
Shower me with praise! Love mining!
Alright. Just gotta hold out a little bit longer so I can get, Ow. Whoa! Shoot, 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 shoot.
Power of the wild. Show no mercy. You two. Time to end them.
constantly freeze. Freeze. Void words don't matter because Skirk is dead.
This stronghold is neutralized. Good work, everyone.
Huh. The Abyss Order's all bark and no bite.
To be honest, this was anticlimactic. I was hoping for a personal apology at the very least. And ideally, a whole speech acknowledging the superior might of the Masters of the Nightwind.
Alright.
Well, whatever. I'll just have to make up for it with some extra wine at the victory feast.
Already
With the
thinking of
stronghold
drinking.
cleared, this area should be safe for the time being. But still, something tells me we can't afford to let our guard down yet.
Probably not.
Maybe it's just me, but an enemy under siege normally defends their stronghold at all costs. The fighting gets more and more intense right till the bitter end. But this time was different. With a few exceptions, most of the enemies here gave up and fled the moment that... well, I don't know, but it seemed like they sensed something.
Interesting.
Not sure I follow. They did a tactical retreat, that's all. It's just a different strategy.
I'm not convinced. Don't forget, they're radicals who chose to wage war on an entire nation. They don't do things in half measures. It seems out of character to cut their losses and run like that.
Yeah,
So you're saying there's more to this than meets the eye?
of course.
I'm saying we don't know enough to be sure of anything at this stage. So let's stay alert and keep our defenses at the ready.
So we're no wiser as to the Abyss Order's objective. Back to square one. If I could only get Lumine to talk to me, I could get answers for all of us. I'm heading back to the Collective of Plenty. That key is our only lead so far.
Paimon had a hunch you might say that. But you're right. If we can somehow use that key to track down your sibling, maybe we can end this war before things get serious. And maybe you can finally get some answers.
Wait,
Maybe.
you're leaving? But I was still debating whether to invite you to the first victory feast.
Go ahead, you two. See, Lolly and I will take care of things here.
Alright. That was really close, though. Yeah, literally Farina was the only one who survived all of that. Good grief. Okay, I am reviving everybody. Yeah, that just goes to show that I need to seriously level these. I really need to level Charlotte up, and Skirk is getting to a point where I can use her as much as I'd like. I just need to ascend her like one more time. One more ascension and we'll be good there. But yeah, I'm dearly hoping that we'll be able to actually talk to Lumine. With all this. But there is what I'll probably end up doing is, I'll just hard stop at about like an hour and a half to 2 hours, and then we'll finish the quest next time.
And we're back where we started. That Hilichurl probably found the key nearby, right? Let's look around for clues. There's no time to waste. The Ansan and St. Lolly are waiting for us. Ugh, the churl's hands?
I do not know.
Supposed to believe that it just fell out of your sister's pocket as she passed by?
I'm unsure.
Seems kind of ludicrous to lose something so important in such a dumb way. But then again, who knows? Sometimes in life, things just go missing, and that's that.
I guess. Who are you?
Oh, thank goodness. Someone's here. Please help me.
Whoa.
Huh?
Conran.
Who are you? What happened?
No, now isn't the time. Please, you've got to help me. I'm being chased by monsters and I can't keep running. Can you do something?
You've come to the right person, but where are these monsters you speak of?
Where are they? Paimon doesn't see any monsters behind you.
Huh? I'm sorry, I don't quite understand. They're almost here. This really isn't the time to be joking around.
There is nothing behind you.
We're not. We're completely serious. We don't see any monsters.
But how? Ugh, there's no time. They're coming. We gotta run.
But I really don't
What's
see
wrong with
anything.
that girl? She must be seeing things. Oh no! It looks like something really hit her. Maybe she was right. Quick, let's see if she's okay.
That is very concerning.
What's wrong? Are you hurt? What was that?
The monsters! They're right there! You need to get out of here. It's too dangerous.
Let me help you up first. Whoa. And I can see them now.
Oh, now you finally see them. Well, it's about time. I nearly kicked the bucket just now.
Maybe I should leave you to them.
Great! Thank you, Savior.
Savior?
Whatever.
Rain outlines your fate.
Smile!
Annihilate. Mine to wield.
Hold that pose!
I still need to figure out the rotation for this.
You done? Paimon still can't see anything, so she can't tell. It just looked
Yeah,
like you
we're
were
all good.
slicing at thin air. Kinda funny, actually.
I don't know what's going on either, but I could see them once I held her hand.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Let me try it one more time.
Sure.
What's wrong?
It's nothing. It's okay. I can see they're all gone now. No need for you to check. I didn't think
Okay.
much of it when the monsters were breathing down our necks, but now that I've calmed down, holding hands with you like this, I'm just a little shy, that's all.
Oh, I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable.
Have you never shaken hands with someone before? You sure get flustered easily.
Well, anyway, I haven't had the chance to introduce myself yet. I'm Deardith.
Dear
Thanks
Edith.
for saving me just now. I'm really grateful for your help.
Alright.
No worries. Paimon's Paimon, and this is the Traveler. With him around, you'll be safe from any monsters. As long as they're visible. So, what was the deal with those monsters just now, anyway?
No clue.
Your guess is as good as mine. I could see them the whole time, so when you said you couldn't, I thought you were making fun of me.
No, we legit just could not see them.
Whoa, that must have been scary. The idea that we'd stand by and laugh while some poor girl was being hunted down by monsters?
I'd never do something so horrendous.
Don't worry, we aren't like that. When we say we can't see something, it's because we really can't see it. But more importantly, Did the monsters
Yeah,
hurt you?
Paimon's
How bad
voice
is it?
sounds so much different.
It's nothing serious. But I did
Like if
sprain
you
my ankle back there.
go to
Won't
the
be doing any more
other
running for a while.
stream that I did earlier today, or not earlier today, that I did yesterday, and then go back to this one, you can hear a very clear difference.
Good idea. I'll take you.
She's honestly doing a wonderful job so far.
Thank you so much. Despite getting injured, I still feel much safer with you around. I'm gonna stay here until I heal up. Don't want to risk running into any more monsters.
Yeah, you already took a big enough risk coming out here all on your own. So, where are you from, Deirdith?
Assuming from
Small
those
village.
eyes, Conrad.
Far away from here. I walked for what seemed like forever and lost my way, so... Yeah, I have no idea where I am anymore. Maybe all these trials and tribulations are part of the journey. No one said finding the Savior is gonna be easy.
Huh.
The Savior.
That's the second time you called the Traveler a savior. What's all that about?
Oh, sorry. It just slipped out. I was caught off guard. The resemblance is so uncanny. Anyway, let me start from the beginning.
As
There
most
was
stories
once a
go.
sage who passed through my village. People got the sense that she was truly omniscient. The sage said that doomsday was coming. But as that day approached, a savior would reveal themselves to us. The day of disaster is almost upon us, so my grandmother begged me to leave the village and find the savior before it's too late.
Doomsday?
I've heard people talk about the savior since I was a kid. Growing up, it really made an impression on me. The description is practically etched into my mind. So when I saw your golden hair for the first time, it was like this image that's existed in my mind's eye all these years suddenly came to life. Everything matched.
Oh, so that's why you were lost for words when you first saw him.
It's gonna take me so long to get used to the new
Traveler's definitely got what
VA.
it takes to be a savior. And he's
Goodness.
already got a ton of titles, so he won't mind one extra.
Well, thanks for assuming.
Actually, I don't think it's him.
Oh?
What? But didn't you say that everything matched?
Everything except the gender. The savior was described as a young woman.
Living.
Oh, for goodness sake. There are gender requirements to be a savior? Really?
I think I know who it is.
Oh, of course. If it's not you, then it's gotta be her.
Who? Who is it?
My sister.
You have a sister? Well, then that's it. Oh, it's her. It has to be. Oh, thank goodness. Please, can you take me to see her?
I would if I could, but I don't know where she is.
Huh.
Like, at all.
Maybe, if you're lucky. It just depends if we can find her.
Exactly.
But isn't she your sister?
Sorry. Looks like Paimon steered this conversation back to the fallout between you two. It wasn't on purpose, but that's the reality, so it's hard to avoid.
It's alright.
Okay, fair enough. But since you're looking for her anyway, why don't we team up? We might stand a better chance if we work together.
Have you always believed that the savior will come?
Yes. Everyone says that the disaster is inevitable. But the savior will rescue us all from our pain and suffering.
There she is.
I've always dreamed of meeting the savior.
Do you really buy this whole doomsday thing? Seems kind of far-fetched.
And considering what we've witnessed into that so far, she spoke with conviction. I don't think she's lying. Maybe it's another lie spread by the Abyss Order?
See? She broke eye contact. Sure sign of a guilty conscience. Time to press her for answers.
Oh
What's
gosh.
wrong, Deirdith? Something's clearly bothering you. You want to tell us what's going through your mind?
Oh, I just, how should I put it?
The Traveler looks just like the savior of my dreams. And it's not every day that the savior of your dreams swoops in and saves the day in your moment of crisis. So I'm just a little overwhelmed, that's all. 3 seconds of unbroken eye contact is the limit. I don't think my mind and body can handle any more than that.
What do you mean, limit? What happens after 3 seconds?
How am I supposed to respond to that?
I'm sorry. Please forget that I said anything. Let's just leave it there for now. Like I said, I'm going to hide here until I feel well enough to move again. If you manage to find the savior in the meantime, please come and let me know. Thank you.
Are you sure you'll be okay here on your own? Do you have enough to eat?
I'll be fine. I might not be much of a fighter, but I know how to stay hidden. And if I get hungry, I'm sure I'll find something around here. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Alright then. Well, take care. Being on your own isn't easy.
It really isn't.
What a mysterious girl. We should definitely keep an eye on her. And hey,
the
at
best.
least she seems to like you. And it sounds like she's gonna help look for your sister when she's healed. Anyway, this is probably all the progress we're gonna make for now. Let's head back to the Masters of the Night Wind and see if they need our help.
Yeah, I'll probably go for like an hour and a half instead of the normal 2 hours, and then we'll finish everything up next week. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Before I do anything, I need to make sure that stuff is transferred over properly. All the stuff that needs to be moved.
The abyss is like the world's shadow. It's always there, and it will never perish.
Okay, there. We're good.
Oh, you're back. How did it go? Find anything?
Kind of.
Nothing substantial, unfortunately. But we had the weirdest experience.
So I take it that the war's still on?
No progress yet, I'm afraid.
That's okay. I just wasn't sure, because things seemed to be at a standstill while you were gone. The Abyss Order hasn't attacked us. And since we don't know what they're planning, we haven't made a move either.
Probably a good
In a
idea.
word, it's a stalemate. The guards have been keeping watch around the clock, but for everyone else, you wouldn't even know we're at war.
Huh. Really makes you wonder what the Abyss Order's thinking.
I was wondering, Traveler, if you have the time, could you go and pay a visit to the guards? They've been working a pretty demanding schedule. I was gonna go see them myself, but I'm sure they'd appreciate a visit from the greatest hero of our time.
Oh, but you're a great hero too, Yan-san.
This is technically my sibling's fault,
Great.
so
Thanks, you two.
yeah, no problem. Alright, let's check up on these guys.
Don't worry, I'm sure you'll
Hello. I still want an outfit like that, to be honest.
Hermione, our hero. We've actually fought together before. You probably don't remember it, though.
I'm not entirely sure if I could pull off the hat. Like, maybe not the hat, but like the rest of it. I feel like I would look pretty good in. I'm only mentioning the hat specifically because I don't really...
You do? Then it's truly...
Personally,
an
I
honor
don't
to
really
serve
feel like I look
alongside
good
you
in
once more.
hats.
Thank you for standing guard this whole time.
But...
It's all good. Honestly, it's not been that much work. Haven't heard a peep from the enemy.
have you seen anything out of the ordinary?
Nothing that would indicate an impending attack. I've spotted a bunch of Abyss Order operatives, but they weren't acting hostile, just hanging around. There were
weird.
even moments when they seemed to be meditating. At least, that's what it looked like to me. Maybe it's part of their religion or something. Out of an abundance of caution, I asked some shamans from the tribe to take a look and see if there was anything nefarious at work.
Probably a good idea.
But they didn't sense anything untoward, so we just put it down to religious ceremony and left them to it.
Interesting. Oh well, the more time they spend meditating, the less time they spend trying to beat us to a pulp.
It seems suspicious, though. Could this be related to their true objective?
Well, the shamans didn't raise any concerns, so how bad could it be? As far as I'm concerned, so long as they don't pose an active threat, they can do all the cult worship activities they want. Besides,
guess.
as soon as everything's in place and we're ready for an all-out offensive, there'll be no match for us.
Sounds like morale is pretty high. Guess there's strength and confidence in numbers. Let's keep going, traveler.
Yeah. If I was to do the outfit, I'd look.
Is that too
I'd
many?
wear it more like
What
this,
brings
like
you
without
here?
the
Is
hat.
this like a meet and greet?
No.
I wasn't. I'm so nervous.
Okay, you're
Hey,
good.
come on! You'd march to war without so much as blinking. What's so scary about a chat with a traveler, huh?
It's not the same thing at all. There are plenty of chances to go to war, but a one-on-one chat with our great hero, that could be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Oh, you flatter
How
me.
can I not be nervous? What if I say something wrong? Or if my posture's bad? Or if I accidentally make a weird expression with my face? One bad impression can stick for life.
Yeah, but also first impressions
No
aren't
one's
always
here to judge
accurate,
you
so.
on your posture or your facial expressions. Relax.
All right then. I'm
Paimon
sorry,
being the
great
voice of
hero,
reason.
but I have a small favor to ask.
Yeah, what's up?
Paimon guess. An autograph, right? That's easy.
May I challenge you to a fight?
What? How can you be so audacious and so sheepish at the same time? Huh. Paimon's starting to think your nervousness is all just an act.
No, of course not. I just figured that if I don't ask now, I'll regret it for the rest of my life.
Okay.
But I am still on patrol. So please, Great Paimon, if you wouldn't mind taking over for me for just a few minutes?
Ugh. Again with the sheepish audacity. Just pick one or the other, will you?
I think it's a fair request. Excuse me.
Obviously, I never expected to win, but until now, I didn't appreciate just how great the gulf was between us. I'll be bragging about the day I got to spar with Tumaini for the rest of my life. Today's really my lucky day.
Ugh.
Well, looks like he's still
Paimon
smiling.
can't keep up with you. Your tone has changed all over again. Now you've had a spar with the traveler. What gives?
Well, some people connect through conversation, but we warriors bond by sparring. And now that I've had a bout with the hero, we're no longer strangers. Nothing to be nervous about anymore.
Okay. Well, to each their own. But Paimon's still gonna stick to conversation.
Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary?
Not at all. We haven't spotted any new enemy movements.
That's good.
As Paimon expected, nothing here either. Let's do another lap and get back to Yan-san.
Yeah, sure.
You're back. So, did the guards find anything?
Nope.
Nothing much, no. Someone mentioned that the Abyss Order has been doing some kind of meditation or prayer, but apparently it seemed harmless.
Yeah. Seemed like it.
Paimon wants to lodge a complaint about one of the guards, though. His name's Kentalo.
Would you give that a rest? Ignore Paimon, he wasn't a problem.
Traveler? You're back already? No one thought to wake me up, huh?
No.
In fairness, you look pretty hungover. Can't imagine anyone wanting to wake you up in that state.
Fair.
I'll have you know I'm perfectly sober when I'm hungover. Okay. I'll admit that sounds strange at face value.
Yes, it does.
Regardless, what I meant to say is, I heard something about the Abyss Order engaging in meditation.
You heard right.
Yeah, that's right. Does it mean anything to you, Siglali?
I sensed something strange in my dream. It was vague, but it seemed as if some noise had found its way into Natlan's ley lines.
That's concerning.
Oh, what does that mean?
Hard to say. I don't think it had any tangible effect on the Night Kingdom or on our ley lines, but still. It's like a signal that exists on a different dimension of reality. It might not interfere with ours or pose any detectable risk, but I just get the sense that something strange is going on.
Oh. So even someone as familiar with the ley lines as you can't tell what's going on. No wonder the shamans that Satura called to the front lines couldn't sense anything.
Ian-san, I think we should go talk to the chiefs. There's no point dragging this out. We need to take the initiative and drive the Abyss Order out of Natlan for good.
If that's the Council of Granny Eatsley, I'm sure the chiefs will agree. But it will still take us some time to gather the required force. In war, adequate planning and preparation is the key to victory.
Yeah, something
Sure,
like that isn't
but
really
the finer details aren't my
wise to
concern.
rush.
Anyway, I'll leave you to it. Just remember to come find me when you're ready to talk to the chiefs.
Actually, I might as well ask one more question.
Sure, what is it?
Have you ever heard of monsters that are only visible to certain people?
You mean only select individuals can see them? Now that's a strange one. I guess they could be manifestations of a disturbed psyche? Or extreme negativity embodied in physical form? It could also be a simple case of dead monsters whose souls got stuck here somehow. Well, I say simple. Things quickly get confusing when you start looking into monster souls. For starters, trying to figure out which
And I
classification
now
system
regret
to use is
asking.
a real pain in the...
Alright, we get it. Granny Eatsley's learning and wisdom knows no bounds. But could we just get the short answer?
Please.
Hey, I was just thinking out loud. You really think I was just trying to flaunt my knowledge?
Honestly, yes.
Anyway, the short answer is... there are many potential explanations for the kind of phenomenon you describe. That said, it's not something I've ever encountered in all my years.
Wow. Okay. Well, if Granny Eatsley's never seen it, it might as well not exist, right?
Yeah, because isn't she like hundreds of years
I'm
old?
not that old.
I agree. It's hard to say what it was for sure.
Care to elaborate on what happened? This all sounds rather mysterious.
You tell the two about what happened,
Really?
as you do.
You had to hold her hand to see the monsters? Sounds a little contrived.
I'm just saying what
Part that
happened.
bothers you?
Yeah, out of all the stuff that happened,
Maybe
that's the part
point
that
is
ticks
more
you
that It
off.
requires direct physical contact, whether that be hand-holding or otherwise. But that's neither here nor there. What bothers me is, it sounds like she's convinced that your sibling, the leader of the Abyss Order, is a savior.
Yeah,
That
that's really
makes me
concerning.
question whose side this girl is on, and whether what she told you about her background is actually the truth. Sorry if that comes across as paranoid. It's just
That's
hard
fine.
not to be suspicious of everything when we're in the middle of a war.
And that's understandable.
Actually, Paimon feels like you make a fair point.
Yeah.
Whoever this girl is, she sounds like bad news.
I think you're just jealous.
Well, you're clearly just jumping to conclusions.
Do you think she's a spy?
It's hard to know what to make of it. A young lady all by herself, lost in the middle of nowhere, sees monsters that no one else can, calls the leader of the Abyss Order her savior. At the very least, we should remain vigilant. Keep a close watch on her.
Sounds sensible. On that note, we probably shouldn't have left her by herself in that cave.
Traveler, we
not.
still need some time to muster our forces. Maybe you could check on her if you're not busy. Just be careful.
Might as well. She seems to trust me after all.
It's settled then. Let's go check on her.
Yeah. Let's go make sure monsters haven't nabbed her in her sleep or anything. So that would be bad. That would very much be less than ideal if that happened. There has to be a faster way. Okay, there we go.
Here we are. Deirdre will still be here, right?
Well, that's the hope.
So quiet, though. Uh-oh. What if Yansa was right? Maybe she never intended to stay here at all.
Let's stay quiet and move in carefully.
Traveler, watch out!
Oh, sorry. I didn't know it was you. I heard a noise and I thought it was the monsters coming to get me.
Girly Pop just
Did I hurt
grabbed a
you?
Hilichurl club and just started
I'm
swinging
so
it around.
sorry. I wasn't thinking straight.
If I'd thought it would hurt, I would have tried to dodge.
That was scary. Paimon thought we'd walk into a trap. Maybe we shouldn't have sneaked in without announcing it. Then you would have known we weren't monsters.
Yeah.
To be honest, I've been really on edge since you left. I just have this constant feeling that any second, the monsters are gonna come back and get me. And it's not like I can run from them. There's also no way to cook here. It's good you got back when you did. Another hour and a half and you probably would have found me starved to death.
Gosh.
That's weirdly precise. Though, it does explain why your attack on the Traveler was so weak.
Indeed.
If you really thought you were gonna starve or get killed by monsters, why'd you promise that you'd be okay here on your own?
Yeah, that is a little odd.
I just didn't want to lose face in front of my hero.
I thought we already
You
established
saved my
that
life once.
I'm not
It's
your
more
savior.
than enough. I just don't want to come across as a constant burden.
That's a mood. That is definitely a
For someone on
mood.
the brink of starvation, you're pretty preoccupied with your image. What's the real reason?
What? That is the real reason. I'm kind of bearing my soul here, you know?
Could you really just be an injured civilian?
Anyway, so, could you make me some food now?
Oh, Paimon's getting hungry now too. Go on then. You can join us for dinner.
Whew. I am so full. Thanks for saving me, again. Starvation feels like a distant memory now.
That's 2 favors you owe me now. I hope you're keeping count.
Huh. You can really pack it away, Judith. Guess that explains how you had the energy to make it this far.
I tried so hard to hold back, but it looks like I still came across like a total glutton.
Yeah, you're good.
Paimon didn't even realize how late it is. Hey, the night sky here is really pretty.
It really
Yeah.
is.
And it's all thanks to you both that I'm able to relax and enjoy it. I was cooped up in that cave the whole time you were gone. Now, I'm finally out.
There's Celestia.
The air seems fresher, and the stars more beautiful than ever before.
You weren't in there that long.
But she thought she was gonna starve to death. The time probably passed unbearably
When I was
slowly.
young, I used to lie on the roof of my house, gazing up at the stars. And often, my mind would drift to this question. Is this starry sky actually real?
Apparently, no, it isn't. Wait, why would she think that? Does she know about the false sky?
But my grandma would tell me the answer to that question doesn't really matter. Think of all the people in our village who spend their entire lives here, she'd say. To them, that little village is their whole world. And so, if it's our destiny to live beneath this sky all our lives, then whatever may or may not lie beyond, this is our world. And that sky is real to us.
Paimon kinda gets you, but also not really. Is it kind of like how journeying with the traveler is everything to Paimon right now?
That seems kind of right, but also not
I
really.
really treasured my world for a really long time. The village was my everything. The houses, the scenery, stories I always loved to hear about the Savior. But I could never bring myself to agree with Grandma. Even if the village was my entire world, I still had to know what lay outside its borders.
Yeah, go you!
So, I finally ventured out and set off on my journey to find the Savior. I'm going to make my world bigger, one step at a time. And I'm not going to stop until I've seen what's beyond the stars. Maybe then,
Pretty heavy
I'll
drain.
finally get an answer to the question I had as a child.
Beyond the stars.
Who knows? Maybe one day, I'll be sitting and chatting just like we are now, but with someone from another world.
Yeah, one day. Oh, if only we could tell her. But it's probably best not to open that can of worms right now.
Probably not.
I need to find the Savior and protect my world. Then, I can make sure it continues to grow. That's the most worthwhile thing I could think of doing. So I've been giving it everything I've got.
You know what? It's pretty cool. Paimon kinda wants to root for you now.
Sorry. I got a little carried away. I always get chatty after a hearty meal. Just like my grandma.
It's not a terrible quality to have. The more we chat, the more convinced I am that she's not a bad person. And it doesn't sound like she's been brainwashed by the Abyss Order.
Hold on. Shh. It's them. The monsters are back.
Ah, boy.
Where? Oh, still invisible, huh?
In that case, guess we gotta try the trick again.
Can you see them now?
Yep. Yeah, stay back. I'll handle them.
Oh, Paimon still can't see anything. But please, be careful.
No, get back here.
annihilate you. Power.
There we go.
Huh? Wow, that was fast. Did you get all of them?
I believe so.
Paimon's slowly but surely getting used to the sight of you fighting thin air. You doing all right, Deirdith?
Hey, good.
Deirdith? Hey, it's okay. There's nothing to be scared of anymore.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm fine. I just spaced out there for a moment.
You spaced out? That's a pretty bold move under the circumstances.
I was just... the image of the traveler fighting to protect me. I was trying to commit it to memory. Seems like the least I can do.
All right. Whatever floats your boat.
Anyway, there are no more monsters in the area, and it's getting late. Why don't you stay here tonight?
Sounds reasonable to Paimon. What do you think, Traveler?
I'm personally satisfied that Deirdith isn't a threat, but it can't hurt to monitor her for another night.
All right. Deirdith will be... Huh? Deirdith? Why are you going in alone?
As you stare at the key in your hands, you start to relax and drift to sleep. Soon a vivid dream fills your mind. What was that? This is the Night Kingdom? It's blooming. It's one of those flowers. The mean, and the Lord of the Night? My headache, it's gone? I think I hear a voice in the darkness.
Doomsday. A fitting name indeed. A blood-red sky. Wild beasts that slaughter all in sight. Endless pain. A terrible curse that cannot be reversed. And the birth of a savior.
That dream I just had. Why are you holding
You're
hands?
awake. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
No, you're fine. Is she holding my hand?
You just look quite distressed, like you were having a nightmare. I thought if I took your hand into mine, you might find it soothing. At least, that's what my family always did when I had nightmares. But it didn't seem to work on you. In fact, I think I made it even worse. I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine, you're good.
Oh, is that right?
I'm on.
You better not be trying to pull a fast one on the Traveler.
What? Don't be so... I have more self-control than that.
Self-control? What does that have to do with it?
I still can't remember anything. What did I see in my dream just now? I think I saw Lumine in the Night Kingdom at the very start of the dream, but I can't remember what happened next. Never mind. If the memory's gone, I can't force myself to remember it. I'm gonna go back to sleep. We can catch up tomorrow morning.
No way is Paimon getting back to sleep after this. You go
Fair.
ahead. But for the rest of the night, Paimon is staying up to keep an eye on this young lady.
Good grief.
Do I really seem that shady to you?
Apparently to Paimon you do. I don't know why.
Well, Deirdre, there should be enough food for 3 days. Make sure you eat the perishable stuff first, so nothing goes to waste. You can't tell which stuff is perishable, right?
Yeah, I can tell from the ingredients. Thank you so much for making all of this for me.
No problem.
3 days will definitely be enough time for my ankle to heal. Then I'll continue on my journey to find the savior.
Alright.
Alright, then we'll be off. Bye for now, Deirdre.
See you? Wait! But if this is goodbye, how am I supposed to find you again?
No idea.
Oh, I mean, what if I find your sibling? How am I supposed to let you know?
That's a good point. We share the same goal, but we're constantly on the road, so we've got no fixed address. How about this? When the time comes, you can just write a letter to Mawika. She'll be able to find us for sure.
Mawika? Who's Mawika?
Hold on, I think I see something over there. Abyss mages.
It's the Abyss Order! They're here! But it doesn't look like they're marching to war. More like they're running away?
Where?
Weird.
What are you talking about?
A bunch of Abyss Order thugs. You don't see them? They're heading right this way.
That's
Wait.
strange. I guess it's my turn to not be able to see the monsters.
I bet the tried and tested method will allow you to see them.
You're right. I see them now. You weren't joking after all. So this is what it's like.
Apparently.
What a weird situation. What is making these monsters invisible? Is it Deirdre? Or the monsters themselves? Or is it us?
I have no idea.
Might as well mow these ones down, just so they can't pose a threat to the tribes.
Good call.
Woohoo! All done! Their morale seems super low. Guess they really were on the run, huh?
So there's no more of them, right? I still can't wrap my mind around this. Why couldn't I see them until you took my hand?
Believe me, I'm as baffled as you are. The plot thickens. Turns out there are also monsters which I can see, but Deirdre can't.
So, any ideas on why those monsters might have been running away? Maybe something went down on the front line. Oh, Paimon's getting a little worried about Eon-san and the others. Let's head back to the Masters of the Night Wind right away.
That's probably a good idea.
Bye for now, Deirdre.
See ya, and please take care.
Quest complete. Okay. Actually, I just might end up stopping now. We are getting kind of close to the 90-minute mark. And I know that I won't be able to go on for the full 2 hours because I just don't have the energy. Yeah, I think I'll achievement check and then call it. I'm just getting real sleepy. Okay, so yeah, that was definitely an interesting start to the quest. But trust me when I say that we will continue it next week. Hopefully finish it when I have a little bit more energy. I'm sorry that I've been like so sleepy lately. It's just that I haven't really been sleeping very well with everything that's been going on in the worlds, especially in the Americas. Just like all the crazy that's been going on. So I've been having a lot of sleepless nights lately. But as I said, I'll finish this next week. I know I'm leaving you guys on a bit of a cliffhanger, and I am sorry about that. But if you guys enjoyed this stream and you're on the YouTube side of things, then please be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and as always, stay awesome. And if you're one of the lovely people who decided to take time out of your day, afternoon, or evening to come watch this stream live as it is happening, or you're here for the 2 weeks that it's on Twitch before I transferred over, then please be sure to drop a follow and maybe even a subscription if you haven't done so already. Small reminder that those with Twitch Prime are able to get a free 1 month subscription to a streamer of their choosing. So if you haven't used that with someone else, I encourage you to use that here. And as always, long live the rebellion.